Hey everybody, welcome back to Gideon Stuff. Today we're taking a look at this knife here. This is the Twosun TS-229, I think is the number. Yes, I'm pretty sure that's the number. Cool knife. This is designed by Jelly Jerry. I have a lot of Jelly Jerry designed Twosuns, which I'm not complaining about. I love Jelly Jerry's designs. Really, really cool. So, anyways, I've got a lot to say about this knife. So, let's get right into it. Let's start off by measuring that blade. A little bit over 3.5 inches. We'll call it 3.6. So, yeah, if that's an issue for you, well, it's an issue for you. And, yeah, there you go. All right, let's jump in with our size comparisons. Here it is against our Ontario Rat 1. And our Rat 2. So, yeah, full-size knife. This is exactly in what I prefer to, the size range I prefer to carry for just normal EDC, you know, not when I'm at work doing hard use stuff, but, you know, around town, when I'm at college, in my dorm, around the city. This is the size that I prefer for EDC. All right, let's bring out our Civivis. There's the Praxis and the Elementum. Usually I put the big one on the bottom. I don't know why I did it this way this time, but there we go. There's your sizes. Here it is against our Bug Out and our PM2. Very, very nice. And of course, oh geez, you know it, guys. We gotta do it against the Gerbers, because, you know, everyone knows a Gerber pair of frames. Everyone, even if you're not a knife person. So, whoops. There you go. That's how big it is. Okay. So, what are we looking at here? Actually, you know what? Let's compare against some other Twosuns. Here's a TS-49, which is a pretty well-known one, and here's another one by Jelly Jerry. This is the Megalodon. There we go. All right, so what are we looking at here as far as specs go? We're looking at a 14C 28N blade, titanium handle with carbon fiber inlays, which, by the way, very nice carbon fiber. Very, very nice. I decided to film this outside at night with the LED lights and stuff to test out some new lights I got, but also to kind of show off this sparkling carbon fiber. It looks really, really nice. So again, titanium frame lock. This knife has every deployment method imaginable. You have a flipper, which works very nicely. Oh, that action, we'll talk about that more. You can reverse flick it, also works really, really nicely. And, of course, you can thumb flick it. Whoops. There we go. Works very nicely if you don't have your fingers on the lock bar. And you can front flip it, which works. Not very nicely, but it works. So, yeah, really cool. Let's go ahead and go, I'll cut over to some cutting footage that I took earlier. Alrighty, Twosun TS-229 or whatever. Do some cutting. 14C 28N, nice thin flat grind like Twosun normally does. This is one of those knives that makes me never want to stop cutting cardboard. Oh my goodness. Whoops. Oh, wow. Oh man, and this is thick cardboard. Wow. Amazing slicing performance. Action. This is one of the most drop-shutty knives I own. I've cut myself with this when I wasn't ready for it to drop. You have all the deployment methods imaginable. They all work pretty good. Front flipper's a little tricky, but you can get it. Someone asked Jelly Jerry, "What's your favorite deployment method?" He said, "Yes." But yeah, ergos were very good while I was cutting. Very comfortable. Like it a whole lot. How's it not go in the pocket? It carries good. Yeah, the clip is fine. A little bit rough, but not too bad. All right, let's go back down to the table. And you know what, actually, like I said, I don't want to stop cutting. It's just so good. Now I want to buy another bookcase just so I have another box to cut apart. Oh, so nice. Gosh, dang. All right, let's get back to the table. All right, so let's get into what I like and don't like about this knife. Wow. Yeah, you can definitely tell I've been carrying him and using him. Gosh. Twosun satin finish. We'll talk about that, but yeah. Alrighty, so let's see what actually my lighting looks like out here without the LEDs. Not bad. You know what? We'll go like this because I think I've already shown off the carbon fiber. Okay, so. Oh my gosh. You know what? Let's just start with that action because this is honestly one of the most drop-shutting knives I've ever handled. Oh my gosh. This is just... I have cut myself with this knife. Just fidgeting with it. In fact, do I still have a little mark on my thumb? That's not going to focus here in this lighting. But, yeah. Great action. This just drops so well. That's crazy. Oh my gosh. So, yeah. Multiple deployment options. Like all the deployment options. All of them are here. Which I really like. I like the idea of a knife that has just every deployment option available. This flipper tab is really good. You have jumping up here. It looks pointy. Just don't push button it. In fact, you can't push button it because of the front flipping feature. This is a light switch only flipper, and it works so good. Let's listen to the sounds this knife makes. The detent ball is a little bit late, but you can get over it. All right, so reverse flicking, yeah, all day, every day. Thumb flicking, a little bit harder under the camera, but you can do it. The front flipper is, we'll talk about it later, but it has a front flipper, and you can use it once you get the hang of it. So yeah, next thing, this blade. Oh my gosh, is this a good blade? Oh my gosh, this blade is amazing. This thing's like 13 thousandths behind the edge. It's so thin, and it slices like a dream. A dream. This is, oh my gosh, this knife cuts so good. So good. I love cutting stuff with this knife. It's amazing. The ergos. The ergos are really nice too. The ergos, when I first started using this knife, I thought they were a little bit weird because you feel like the blade is pretty low in relation to the rest of your hand. And it is. The blade is dropped a little bit lower than something such as, let's grab our Praxis here again, such as this, where the edge is kind of in line with your knuckles, you know, more or less. With this knife here, the edge is quite a bit below your knuckles. And it works. It's cool. I like the ergos a whole lot. So, yeah, very comfortable knife. These scales have contouring, which is excellent. Next thing I like is the carbon fiber. This is great carbon fiber, and they have it on both sides. That's a big deal for me. I do not like it when a titanium frame lock only has inserts on one side. This is awesome. I like this a whole lot. It looks really, really nice. By the way, the fit and finish, focus, really good. Focus. Centering might be a little bit off right now. I can fix that. Is there blade play? No, but I have been flipping it a lot, so we'll give it a little turn of the pivot here after the video. Should smooth right out. Getting the knife unlocked. It's very easy. Again, make sure you don't cut yourself. But yeah, the titanium also has lots of little tiny, you know what, we're going to turn on the LEDs again to show this off. Whoa. All right, so yeah, we can see the knife has a bunch of little milling lines all throughout the titanium, which is really, really nice. Love to see that. Next thing, T8 hardware all the way around. Love it. Love it, love it. Good to see. And this knife just looks good. This is a good-looking knife. Great drop point blade. Very utilitarian. Just super useful all the way around. Really, really nice. Alright, so what do I not like so much? So first off, this finish that Twosun does on their Sandvik steels collects fingerprints and marks and stuff like crazy. It's a very reflective finish. It looks good if you're keeping the knife completely sterile and not letting it touch anything. It'll look good. But yeah, as for use, it does collect marks pretty easily. Next thing, like a lot of older Twosuns, after a few flips out of the box, the pivot starts to back out on you. Put some Loctite on it, screw it back in, you'll be fine. The front flipper it needs more jimping. It really does, because it's hard to grab, and yeah, it's honestly I mean, I've gotten used to it. I've had this knife for a long time, and whoops, you can see right there I slid off of it. But I've gotten used to the front flipper. Kind of, geez. So, yeah, even then, not the greatest. It's really not. Yeah, the clip. I want to talk about the clip. It's a good clip. Not amazing, not bad. It's good. It's perfectly fine, and I do like it. Whoops, there we go. So, let's go on to my final conclusions. And my final conclusions are, yeah, this is a really cool knife, and I can definitely recommend it. On this topic of price, here's the thing about Twosuns. So I got this one off of Amazon, and I got it for $80, which I think is a steal. I went back on Amazon and checked just this morning. They've gone up to about $100, but yeah, still probably a good price. You can get them for cheaper if you bid on eBay. In fact, on eBay, you might even get one of these for like $50. So it's not even really worth talking about the price of the Twosun, because, you know, the price is kind of set by you in a lot of cases. It's a good, they all offer good value. Most, if not all Twosuns offer really good value. Really, really cool. The performance on this knife is amazing. The blade slices like a dream. The ergos are really good. The action's amazing. This knife just, it's a good knife. It's a really, really good knife, and I like it a whole lot. My gosh. Can I recommend it? Yes, absolutely. As a user, as a just good-looking collection piece, this knife is hard to beat. And that's going to be it for me. This is a great knife. Go pick one up. Anyways, I hope you liked the video. If you did, leave it a like. Don't forget to comment below and subscribe. I've been Gideon and stuff, and I'll see you in the next video. Bye now.